what mobile applications are being used by DMOs, as you know of, and what can we expect going forward?
We're launching an iPhone application about ski resorts in Austria in the next weeks. But the thing is that first, the Austrian National Tourist Office goes mobile. We still have to make our homework on the existing platforms to get them more social media-like, and therefore we have our focus on the traditional sites and make some trial and error lessons to learn about this field.
Konrad, could you tell us a little bit about mobile travel and the adoption curve?
I think
DMOs?
that actually 0% of DMOs are really working with mobile applications and services. So what's the situation that we have created just 4 years and 7 years ago our first mobile applications, but the interest from DMOs it's zero. So, but in the future it's I think very important. But not important to make the same what you have on our web portal, but it's more important the service-oriented part, so that it's more important to bring the best services in each time when the consumer is going on holidays, it stays directly in the restaurant. So to make the right information, the right services on the best time for the consumer. And in this sense, it's to make a lot of work to understand better the consumer and to bring these services. Otherwise, the user is not using the services. That's the same what we have, it's what's our experience the last years.
Yeah, I think it's about priorities, like he was saying. I mean, if step one is kind of building a nice website, and then step two might be doing some search, and then email marketing and online marketing, promoting it, driving traffic to that website, then maybe marketing your destination on third-party sites. I think mobile is step 15. And if we're saying that some of these destinations are not even at step 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think you'll see the mobile happen a little bit more with destinations, but it might be a few years down the road.
Okay. Now, when we talked a little bit about social media. What can we expect in the next 5 years when it comes to DMO, the media, social media, and the DMO landscape?
You know, I think 2 years ago we had a cake separated in 4 parts for the information process. There was commercial platforms, the press, the DMOs, and friends and relatives, more or less. Now we have a huge new part, which is social media. But I wouldn't see it like strictly separated parts. It commerces, it's like symbiosis going on, and a new kind of partnership I think is necessary to work together to integrate each other's services, you know, especially for those mobile guys, because they don't care about companies and borders. They want their content right now, and to deliver it, it needs a huge network, even between competitors, to deliver the right content in the right time for the right person.
Ryan, what do you think in terms of social media? What are you going to see the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think we're still at the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's social media monitoring, which some of the other companies earlier today talked about, where you're trying to do the online brand management and reputation management. It's kind of step one, where you're doing the research and analysis to see what are people saying about my destination all over the internet, just not on my own site. What are they saying on TripAdvisor and YouTube? And there's 50 YouTubes and 50 MySpaces. And so that's kind of the social media monitoring. Then you get into the social media marketing, where you actually take some action, and you're out there aggressively going on offense, and you're marketing and promoting the destination across the entire digital landscape, getting involved with all of these new media. And I think we're just kind of really at the beginning of that. And so we're helping some of the destinations before they jump in. You want to have a social media strategy, which I think these guys have talked about, and that's why they're up here. I think it says something that their 2 destinations are A, at the conference, B, speaking. And a lot of the destinations that are out there at the rest of the show, I think some of them are kind of missing out on some of these things, but it is something that's coming.
Okay, I would like to switch to a page from Twitter with some questions. And the third question, and I'm reading: how can DMOs encourage quality user-generated content, then use that in their marketing?
Yeah,
Right.
I think, like I was saying, the one big issue that comes up, why a destination is hesitant to jump in with social media, is because they're all terrified that the very first thing that someone's going to post on their website is, you know, the Hilton Hotel in my city was awful, and they're just going to start bashing hotels on the DMO website, which would not be a good thing. But if you have a strategy, maybe you come up with an exciting, out-of-the-box viral marketing contest where you encourage positive feedback rather than opening up Pandora's box. There's different ways you can do that, and we've kind of curtailed the conversations in a very positive direction, and you end up having a very small amount of negative reviews. And if someone is out there talking about, you know, political things, you can certainly take that down if you have a moderator.
Konrad.
I think that the aggregation of user-generated content, it's one possibility to make a larger objective to bring customers to the DMO portal site. So that it's one possibility to not go the hard way, to aggregate, to collaborate with a lot of SMEs and local DMOs, but one way to aggregate content for a DMO portal. The discussion, it's always the same, the quality of the content, the legal problems, the rights for photos, and so the same problems, I think, has each company and each DMO.
There's a very important point to answer the question. It's not about integrating in our marketing. It's about communicate, be part of the social web for a DMO. This is the most important thing we have to learn in the next couple of months, to be there and to be on the web, to communicate.
Thank you, Ryan Bifulco, Roger Carter, Konrad Plankensteiner, Olaf Schlieper, Martin Schobert. Thank you very much.